Hey friends. So turned out to be a very sunny and good lighting day for this video. We are going to be talking about the Sterling Ink A5 Compact. I did not get in on the pre-order for this, but Brandy Janae did, and she didn't want hers. She meant to order Aura still. Excuse my voice. Haven't been feeling great, although my antibiotics are working. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the packaging. I think the packaging is super sleek. And then let's talk about the cover. Brandy had ordered the, I don't know what the color of this cover is called, but it's the pink one. And it's A5 size. It's the full year compact common planner with the rose, the gold gilded edges. They do stick together a bit at first. Brandy has a review of this on her channel as well. I managed to like unstick most of them. And I was worried that like once you lay the book flat that they'll stick together again, but they don't. The cover is kind of floppy but sturdy. Kind of reminds me of, there's a texture to it. Let's get my Stalogy. Let me see. The cover is thicker than Stalogy, and but it's a little more bendy. Okay, so there you have it. The first page is very sleek, 2024 A5 Compact, full year. The compact means there are less pages in the back. There are 121 pages in the back. So we have a 2024 calendar, 2 grid pages. We have the goal breakdown pages. I'm gonna just go through this quickly because I know there's already a lot of videos out about this, and this is not the first year for the Common Planner, so I assume y'all have seen a lot of this before. Has your Q1. I really like this because I'm gonna be using this as my work planner. So I love how I can list for quarter 1 my work priorities, and then it has a perpetual calendar. I can't hardly live without a perpetual calendar, so I love that. Same for Q2, 3, and 4 since this is the full year. Starts in on the monthlies. It starts on December 2023. It's just a very simple monthly. I will be redating some of these to start this planner in November. So I'll be redating these. The way that I typically redate is I just change the day of the week. Just pro tip, if you don't want to change all the dates, you can just change the day of the week to start on whatever day the first is. Change that day and change all the days around it, and then your dates will be right. If you don't want to redate the whole thing. Okay, and then so I'll only have to redate the 1 month, and then I'll start back up here. I won't need those pages. Then the weeklies, they did make a change this year from the times being in a box to on a line. I'm not sure I really love the look of that, but since I'm just using it for work, I don't really care much. It goes from 6 a.m. to midnight, and that suits my purposes fine for my work. As I said, I will be redating this starting in November for the monthly, but for the weeklies, I am going to start this next week. So I'll be redating this starting this week. And what I do is I keep the weekend column just as extra tasks to write down that come out throughout the week. Okay, I do that currently in Hobonichi. Why I like this planner for work is because there are less quote daily pages. I mean, they're not really daily pages. So I feel like what I can do back here is have, for every week, I can have like a this week section with just some weekly top priorities and space for notes for the week. And then I can have 2 pages of weekly, well, dailies, but I'm going to set it up as like, I'm going to set it up like this. Let me just show y'all because it's way too hard to explain. We do a pen test, I guess. This is the High-Tech Coletto by Pilot. Here's what I'm going to do. And it does have some little marks where at the edge of the pages that splits it into half or quarters for you, which I appreciate. I like the paper feel. I believe the paper is the same paper as the new Hobonichi paper, which I was very afraid of not liking. But it ends up, I like it much better than the old Hobonichi paper. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put like this week notes. I think I'm gonna go like Here's what I'm thinking. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and additional tasks. Ooh, I didn't draw that in very well. And then it'll start over for the next week. Actually, this might be the notes column, because that might be better. And then this page, I'll do something with like this week, like due dates, and then different areas that I need to focus on for the week. I think that'll be great. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, notes, and then start over. So I love that, because right now in my Hobonichi, I really feel like the daily pages, a lot of them are wasted, and then it creates a lot of bulk in the planner. I really love, so far, the paper with my favorite pen. Let's do some more pen testing. I don't want to waste too many pages, though. Let's do a pen test in the beginning grid pages that I don't plan to use. Oh, there's a fly in here. What? Okay, let's do a pen test here. This is my favorite Pilot 0.5 High-Tech C Coletto. I'm not going to write that every time, but I just want to show y'all why it's my favorite. It's so dark. Even though it's a 0.5, it's so precise. I can write in the grid, and there's no smearing. So for work, this is my pen, because I just absolutely cannot have a pen that won't start writing when I need it to. And sometimes, like, fountain pens can be finicky. You know, they might not start writing right off, or they take a while to dry, and I need to turn the page, things like that. But let's, speaking of fountain pens, let's test a few. This is the TWSBI Eco in the fine nib with Earl Grey ink. I can already see that that's going to need a second to dry. So let's test this one. This is the Kaweco Collection. In fine nib with smoky gray. Oh, what is this? Is this smoky gray? No, it's pearl black ink cartridge. Okay, I think if I would have gave it like 5 seconds, it wouldn't smear. So that's not bad. Let's look on the back of the page. The Kaweco almost bled through. The TWSBI and the Pilot are both fine. There is a lot of shadowing. As, let's get my Hobonichi and compare the shadowing. I feel like it's a lot more shadowing than a Hobonichi. What do y'all think? I feel like this shadows a lot more. And seeing the papers now, they are somewhat different. This paper is more like Aura Estelle paper, the sterling ink, which is not my fave, but since I'm just using this for work, I just don't really care that much. So it's okay for me. And the price of this planner isn't terrible. I mean, it's a pretty good price for what you're getting. So I think that this will work for my purposes. As far as what I think is absolutely better, either Hobonichi or this, I still prefer the paper of the Hobonichi, but I prefer this for the low profile for the full year and for the ability to not waste the pages in the back. So I'm gonna keep this stored in my Moterm. I believe this is the taupe color. I purchased this a long time ago, so I can't really recall on the color, but it fits very well in there. This will be a great work planner for me this year. Oh, that'll just bug me sticking up like that. So I don't think I could ever use this planner as my go-to day-to-day planner, my personal planner, because I don't depend on weeklies much at all. In fact, I'm going to be showing y'all in a video coming up this week how I'm switching up my planner lineup yet again. Oh, I didn't stick with the Midori because let me show you. This is the thickness of it, and that's with me already having removed and punched on a hole puncher about that much. It's so thick, and it was with the stickers, it was already getting even thicker, so I hate that I wasted money on that. The quality is great, but the thickness just will not work for me. This is going to be much better, and I had already wanted to test this out. So yeah, I'll just keep this for my work planner. My Han is going to go back to being my journal because I love this thing so much, but I just really miss whenever I just had it as my journal. So this is going to just be my journal again. It's not going to be any more actual planning in here. I will still set up some pages with y'all, maybe once a month or every 2 weeks, showing you how I've set this up. And then my A6 will be my memory planner. I'll still set some of those pages up with y'all as well. My everyday planner is going to be a 7x9 daily duo, because I just feel like I'm not as particular on if I cross something out or whatever. So yeah, I'm going to go for that. And then this will be my journal, and my A6 will be my memory planner, where I can keep everything like, I don't know, aesthetically pleasing, to show what I did for the day. So I think that's going to work out much better for me, as far as functionally. So back to the Sterling ink. I will say there's a lot of hype around this. I hyped this up a lot in my mind. So quite honestly, I'm a little underwhelmed when looking at it. I guess because I've just seen a lot of different Tomoe River paper planners lately, and I've compared a lot of them. This just reminds me the quality and the paper a lot of Aura Estelle. So I don't feel like it's like super unique on the market, but I do like that you could get a compact version that is, you know, the backs are not exactly dailies. You could just do what you want with them. So I do appreciate that aspect of it. I don't think it's going to be like an absolute favorite planner for me personally, but for work, I think it will be really great and functional. So that's where I'm at. Thank y'all for joining me for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learning about my first impressions here. I'm just going to do a little bit more pen testing with some of my other like Hobonichi favorites, I would say. So I've got a Tombow hard tip. Now this writes a lot more smoothly than Aura Estelle paper, I will say that. Okay, you're gonna have to let that dry before you can go over it. I think that's the same in the Hobonichi, but I can't recall, so let's do it here. No, with the Hobonichi, the new paper, things don't smear as much. So just be aware of that. This one is the 0.5 Le Pen. I love my Le Pens. Little smeary. Make sure you let it dry. Let's do some color dot markers. I'm specifically going to do some like really dark ones. I can already see that that's still wet, so I'm not going to mess with it. And I feel like that's the same in Hobonichi, honestly. You have to let those dry for a little bit, but there is a little bit more drying time going on here. These are some more of my favorites. Le Pen 0.3, the colored ones. I really, really love these. The 0.3 is not as smeary at all, so. And then let's see, we got the Sarasa Clip. We'll do a couple more popular pens. Ooh, sorry that I shook the camera. Okay, Sarasa Clip 0.5. It feels very, very smooth when writing, but it definitely needs time to dry. Okay, Pentel Energel Colena 0.4. I will say, the writing of all of these pens feels a lot smoother on this paper than Hobonichi. I think Hobonichi has just like a little bit more tooth to it. I actually really like the feel and the look of this in here more than my Coletto. So I think this is going to be my work pen situation, because those are very easy to come by and yeah, using my work planner. Let's see. Let's do one more. I've got a Uniball Uni Jetstream Prime. Hello. That one is no smearing either. So as far as no smearing, these three can be your go-to. Pilot Coleto, Energel Clina, or Uniball Jetstream. But as far as like the feel and the overall look on the paper, I prefer the Energel Clina. They all have about equal amounts of shadowing, which I still feel is much more than the Hobonichi, but like I said, since it's a work planner, it is not going to bother me, because first of all, I'm not going to put these goals in here. I'm sorry if this hurts some of y'all's soul that like adores this planner. I think I built it up too much in my mind. Like, it was a lot of hype, and then when I got it, I was just like, this is it? Okay, so I'm sorry if that isn't what anybody wants to hear. I'll probably end up putting like some kind of a dashboard or something there. Let's see, to cover up that pen test. Ooh, that one's pretty. Let's put this, whoa. I am excited for this planner. It's hard for me to sound excited today also because of my ear infection, but I am excited. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if I really want to do that. I really don't. I'm gonna just think that over. I think the flowers might be better as far as like having something to cover that page, because the other one is a lot more seasonal. I mean, this one is too, but this one doesn't, I don't know, it's less seasonal looking, right? And I want to make it a little bit shorter. Ooh, sorry for that noise. I'm just blowing and going. So what do y'all think? Also about my, as an aside, about my Daily Duo that's coming tomorrow. Yeah, I also got that for such a good price. I got the July 2023 start, and it ends in June for $33 on Amazon. So if you're looking for a daily planner at a really good price, those are really, all of the Erin Condren like academic year ones are really marked down on Amazon right now. So you might want to check that out if you're in the market. I'm not associated with Erin Condren in any way, but it's another planner that I'm just like, I'm a little bit over it. So I feel like it'll give me more freedom to just like actually write the things and like do scratch outs and stuff instead of wanting to make it look perfect. Do you guys know what I mean? There we go. That looks looking better to me for when I open up my planner. I should have done the pen test in the back, but there you have it. I'm excited to get into this and start using it. I think it's a really good size. That's the thing I love the most. It's a really good size, and it looks very professional for work. So I'm really stoked about that. But the paper is not my favorite. I still prefer Hobonichi to my River paper. Or something thicker like Erin Condren or Penny Pages. So there you have it. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all in my next one. Bye.